a little badly for Enzo Maresca.
They've gone a bit blue, haven't they? Atalanta 2, Chelsea 1 then is how it finishes. Jan, you'll keep an eye on this game for us. What's going on with Chelsea?
Well, it's always when we talk about those contenders for anything that they are gone.
Yeah.
And today, I mean, we saw the goals there. I mean, 1-0 up, and then for me, yes, Scamacca, it's so free. You can't do that. You get teased over to the near post, as Craig was alluding to, but still you can't let him do that. There is something with this Chelsea team that it reminds me of the good old Dortmund teams. You remember when one player went down, 7 went down? There is something with the mentality in that team. They go down together. It's not that 1 or 2 go down. It's like a mentality in the team. João Pedro had a chance there at the end. Having said that, we have to respect Atalanta, not a flyer in La Liga. No, Serie A, sorry. But in the Champions League, doing ever so well, and they were clever. And I think you were kind, Craig, to the goalkeeper on the second goal for Ketelaere. I think he didn't look well at that goal either. So a sad night for a Chelsea team that can't last as a contender more than 2 or 3 games.
Yeah, but I was just looking at the league table there. I think they're 10th.
Champions League table.
Yes.
Right.
They're 10th out of...
I'm being told they're 11th.
11th. 10th. I was looking down the glasses. All right. Smart Alec producer. And you know, there's 400 teams in this freaking league. You know, there's like 36 teams.
No, I understand the jeopardy's not there, but this isn't good for Chelsea.
This isn't about the Champions League per se. This is about their form, their consistency, their inability to take and harness what they had in the Arsenal game, which seems to be what everybody's talking about, because it was particularly good, and then go and do this. Mm-hmm. You know, lose at Leeds, albeit Maresca made 2, I think, big mistakes in the changes. He left out Neto and he left out Reece James. They were 2 of the best players against Arsenal. Bournemouth was a dull game. Bournemouth bossed the first half. Second half was pretty dull. And then a loss tonight. And I think that's more the concern for Enzo Maresca going forward rather than this Champions League table, is the fact that, are they going to pick it up? Can they put a consistent run of results together? Can they get a consistency within their team selection? Can they defend well enough, which we didn't see tonight? So I think those are all the questions that we thought we had the answers to from the game against Arsenal at home. We thought, wow, this could be pretty good. This is much better than we thought at the start of the season. And then we have these 3 games, big disappointment.
So who are the real Chelsea, Jan?
That's a good question. I think they will go through, though. If you see they're playing Paphos at home,
yeah, they'll be fine.
Napoli, they will be fine in doing that.
Yeah.
I think the real Chelsea are still looking for their identity somehow. I mean, we can see what they can do when they are very good. We can see that. But if you see their lowest point, it's too low to be up there. You see Manchester City as kind of going there, bad games, but still the bad is still at 3 points. With Chelsea, is the lowest point is too low, and you saw that today in key scenes in the game that they're not up for it. And but I think they will be all right. And maybe it's something wish thinking that we want the Premier League to be so exciting. We want Chelsea there, we want City there, we want Arsenal there, and they are probably not good enough mentally.
I bet we don't have any questions tonight on Extra Time about our Chelsea title contenders.
No,
and you know, that's what people...
That ship has sailed. That's
going
to move on now. That's a nice segue into Extra Time.
I was going to slaughter...
I was going to move on.
I was about to slaughter the people that send the questions in.
Well, you can do that freely on Extra Time today. That's available, of course, on our YouTube channel.
Right, let's talk about what's just happened in Bergamo, because this is getting properly concerning now, isn't it? Chelsea have gone and done it again. Bottled a lead, collapsed in the second half, and dropped more crucial points in Europe. Atalanta, 2-1. And suddenly, all those title contender conversations from a fortnight ago feel like ancient history. The thing that's absolutely doing my head in is the pattern we're seeing here. 1 week, we're going toe-to-toe with Arsenal despite being down to 10 men, looking like genuine contenders. The next week, we're getting embarrassed 3-1 at Leeds. Then it's a bore draw with Bournemouth, where we couldn't break down a side in free fall. And now this. giving away a lead in Italy and looking absolutely clueless in the process. Now, if you're loving this honest Chelsea analysis and want to stay updated on every twist and turn at Stamford Bridge, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. We're building the best Chelsea community on YouTube, and you don't want to miss what's coming next. Smash that notification bell while you're at it. Here's what really worries me about tonight's performance. João Pedro puts us ahead just before halftime. The goal gets checked by VAR and stands, and you're thinking, right, here we go. This is where we kick on and show what we're made of. But what actually happens? We come out second half, and within 10 minutes, Gianluca Scamacca is left completely unmarked to head home the equalizer. Completely unmarked. And then, with 7 minutes to go, Charles De Ketelaere cuts inside Marc Cucurella like he's not even there and fires past Sanchez. Game over. Champions League top 8? Forget about it. And this is exactly what the pundits were saying after the match, wasn't it? Chelsea's lowest point is too low to compete at the elite level. That's the brutal truth we need to face. When we're good, we're brilliant. We can go to the Emirates, play with 10 men for an hour, and still look dangerous. But when we're bad, we're shocking. And that inconsistency is what's killing our season. Enzo Maresca made changes tonight, didn't he? Left out Pedro Neto and Reece James after they'd been two of our best players against Arsenal. Now, I understand rotation is necessary with the fixture pile-up, but when you're making big decisions like that, you need the replacements to step up. They didn't. We looked disjointed. We couldn't defend set pieces, and we've now dropped out of the Champions League top 8 entirely. We're 11th in that table now. 11th! With just 2 matches left in the league phase, we're looking at a playoff round scenario when we should be cruising into the last 16. And the Premier League? 9 points off Arsenal, and the gap's only getting bigger. So where do we go from here? That's the million-pound question. Because right now, Chelsea feel like a team that doesn't know what it is. Are we title contenders? Are we a work in progress? Are we just hopelessly inconsistent? The answer seems to change every 3 days. And that's simply not good enough if we want to compete for major honors. Something's got to change, and it's got to change fast.